When I went into the main memories box, you know, I mean, I have like a nice card EJ wrote me for Father's Day.
I'm just reading out the card from EJ.
Reading it? Yeah. Well, let's see what he has to say. It might be very personal. I don't know. Dad, happy birthday. You turned 51 today. I want you to become more positive about your age. You have the best years of your life ahead of you. How did he know? We are going to have an unbelievable time the next few years making money, traveling, and me getting edited. You've been a great role model for me, and I'm very appreciative of the way you hold me accountable when it's positive. You are awesome. Love you, EJ. That's classic. I can take a picture of this and send it to him. Oh my God. Wow, thanks for making me read that. That is so funny.
What was the bit that you had to say?
It's just not appropriate, but it was funny, and it's so unlike EJ to say that I'm just not even gonna say it because it's not something he would say, but he probably was just doing it for my entertainment. But
How long ago was that?
well, I just turned 51, so it was 11 years ago. But that's weird, you know, like how prophetic. But a nice note. That's a keeper. That's one for the skin box.
Who the hell's Vegas mad?
It's like, no, you ruined my life.
I don't think so. I don't want drama.
I would have rather been in prison than in a 9-to-5 job wearing a suit.
What's happening?
You know, there's nothing that I would like to do more than go back and do my entire life all over again.
But it's so funny how people say, oh, it's fake, it's rigged.
If you have money in your bank account and you're risking it gambling, that is real gambling.
Here we go, no TSA, all the way. You know, this is all so fun, like anyone cares about my life, you know what I mean? And when you die, what's left behind? Tim and I were having like this subtle fight while we were doing this video.
Yeah, you were being extremely annoying.
That's how you make eggs. I don't like to read things that reflect poorly on me.
Everybody can! Careful, you might draw some attention to us.
Now what? We're just gonna pretend like we're a big happy family and do morning activities? Yeah. All right, now usually we go play ring toss.
So Yin, are you ready to document world's best eggs being made?
What goes into the world's best eggs?
Oh, secret ingredients.
I'm assuming eggs.
Eggs, yes.
Got the ladder.
All right. First, you must have eggs.
That's good, EJ, because now we can actually get that put back in the garage.
Yeah. God forbid Vegas Matt do it.
What is it?
The ladder. Oh,
I ain't doing nothing.
well, that's kind of the point. When he's home, he likes to just do nothing. And I have a hard time just doing nothing, but that's kind of how it is.
See, this is how you know how many eggs you've done. So you put them in there. So far, 2, 4, 6, 11.
It's got to be this part.
Okay, it's got to be that part. Yeah, see? Okay, there we go.
Son of a...
What are you replacing, EJ?
These idiotic fancy lights.
EJ's the handyman.
Anything anyone ever needs, EJ figures out. My wife has a list of things, you know, for him to do. He comes over here, he figures it out because he's EJ. This kid can do anything.
EJ was the laziest kid ever and frustrated the heck out of me because I knew he was smart.
I didn't care at the time. I mean, I was just having fun living life and having a great time, and I didn't find school very fun at all. I don't want to be like one of those people who say like it wasn't challenging enough for me, because I don't want challenges. I just didn't enjoy it that much.
He's very competitive, so if he sets his mind to something, he's going to do it. Like he's an autodidact. He'll teach himself how to do it. I've been with him many times where, let's say, a mic doesn't work or he can't find the right setting. He will just stop and research and try and figure it out on his own, and he usually can.
It was his work ethic and effort that really got this ball rolling. I mean, Matt would have just done it just kind of for fun and on a lark.
You're screwing up my lighting.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't want our son to get electrocuted.
What's up, animal? How are you?
I feel like my life is pretty normal because I don't live in Vegas until they get to know me and find out about all this craziness. But, you know, just stay at home and take care of the baby. Pretty normal life at home.
The hardest job in the world is being a mom. And my daughter, she's a phenomenal mother, just like her mother. I do not know how they do it.
I like it when the family's all here and we can just spend time together and relax in the backyard or here at home. But now that my daughter has a baby, you know, it's harder to travel, so.
I'd say we come up here once a quarter, and then they come down there. I mean, more so now that the baby's here, but a couple times a year. I do run Snapchat, so I have my hand in it a little bit. If I am here and the baby is asleep, then I can be in a video. I'm not opposed to it, but, you know, if the stars aligned, I will.
I think she wishes she were more involved, but you know, not living here, it's hard. We've tried to get her to move here, but she's got a family now and that's her priority.
Annie, can you hand me that?
I would say we're close. We don't like talk to each other on the phone all the time, but I'll text him if I have ideas for videos or if I think, you know, he's texting too much on a stream. You know, we talk about that stuff. And it's fun to see him developing into an uncle and just how I think he's a little awkward with it right now, but you know, there isn't much to do with a little baby, but I think when she's older, they'll have a lot more fun together.
All right, should we see if it works?
Yeah, let's see.
You want to hit that switch, Charlie? Okay, not that one. Oh, look at that.
Winner. Now what's this?
It's a dead light.
That's what goes in the garbage.
Gotta recycle.
This ladder is so annoyingly heavy.
What's the history of these eggs? Like, what was the origin?
I don't remember. I just have always kind of made eggs. Like, wow, do you know how that?
I don't know, just he doesn't cook anything else, just breakfast.
How often do the eggs happen?
They used to happen about once a week. Now I'd say it's about once a quarter.
Okay.
I mean, if people are here, he'll make eggs. And then on that rare occasion that we're both here with, you know, a few hours, sometimes he'll make eggs.
Yeah, this YouTube thing has really taken up a lot of our time.
Yeah, it has. I get up, make celery juice, I bring it to Matt, or I leave it in the fridge if he's sleeping. I go work out, come back, and then I make coffee, and that's usually when Matt wakes up.
And then she always says something annoying, like, how come you never make me coffee? And I'm like, well, because I don't even know how to use this damn thing. Like, if someone said to me, make coffee with this, there's no way on earth that that could happen. But I also use that to my advantage. Not knowing things is a superpower because then you don't have to actually do anything.
Correct.
But I think she thoroughly enjoys making the celery juice and the coffee for me, and so
It would be nice once in a while to like get your ass out of bed and go to Starbucks. You know, I know you know how to do that.
I've done that a few times. I could DoorDash
I wouldn't say a
it.
few, maybe a couple.
Oh, for crying out loud. You're making me look bad.
We have coffee and just kind of hang out, and he sits on his phone and reads texts and reads comments, and I bug him about getting up and, you know, maybe going for a walk or doing something, and occasionally that works. You know, I bust his chops about it a little bit, but I mean, that's who he was when I married him, and it's who he is now, and I'll never change him.
Look at that foam. No bubbles.
How long did you work at the coffee place?
3 years. So as long as we've been doing this.
Would you ever have your own coffee place, or you?
I thought about that one time back in the day, but I think that owning a place and having to have employees and all of that is less glamorous than it seems, is my guess.
What about a coffee shop that you can gamble at?
Ooh, interesting.
What about one of those?
Again, you got to get licenses, and unless I've really, really felt like it, I probably wouldn't do it.
What about one of those bikini barista places?
You would be a good customer there.
The thing that's weird about our family is that we all like each other and get along Everyone does their job and nobody complains about it, and everybody knows that we're all doing our best. I mean, it almost sounds like I'm making this up, but that's totally how it is.
Basically, I handle all the finances. You know, I pay all the bills, I pay all the lawyers, I take care of all the taxes, I fill merch, scheduling flights, sending invoices to the different people. I mean, it's an actual business. It's not just them filming every day, and it's turned into a full-fledged business.
If anyone ever feels overworked, which they never do, or if they did, I just say, just hire someone, like, pay to fix it.
If I were to hire staff, I'd have to manage the staff. That in itself would be more work.
Nobody's doing more than they have to. There are no indentured servants.
And I'd have to trust that they would do things the way I would do, so I'd rather just do it myself. Again, control freak. Well, that's a little more than I wanted. I mean, we've always tried to do the family meal, and it just never seems to work out.
I fly up here twice a week just for this.
Just for breakfast.
Yeah, Annie flies in for breakfast, then flies home.
That's a big part of the reason Vegas Matt wants to get the jet. Make it easier on Annie to come for breakfast.
Both of us are pretty quiet, I think, because my dad was, always the loud one talking, that we were just kind of quiet. But it's cool to see EJ come out of his shell.
He was just kind of a quiet, shy kid, just a handful of friends. So it's been really fun to watch EJ kind of evolve and kind of be able to, keep up with his dad and in some ways surpass his dad.
This is $50,000 of my dad's money. Now he's on vacation in Costa Rica, and he said to us, I want to see you guys gamble without us there. And what we said is, okay, but how about we gamble 5 times bigger than we normally do?
Yes.
And we're not telling him we're doing it.
Cribbage tournament, $100 each, and then winner gets 3.
You're not gonna get them to go in for 100, I have a feeling.
Well, I would pay Annie's.
We play cribbage together. He usually beats me.
I'll bet on Annie against you, how about that?
All right.
I'm very, very, very competitive. And he's just as competitive as I am, so we just love gambling. We love having a good time.
Okay, well, after I eat, I normally lay down on the couch, and then I will take a nap until such time as I have to go do something. My whole philosophy is do as little as possible. Conserve your energy for gambling.
There's so many of them.
Oh, the hummingbirds. Yeah, she's like the hummingbird whisperer.
Right, like the crazy cat lady, just hummingbirds. Like a certain amount plus $1 a point.
How many points can you possibly win
if
by?
you got completely wrecked, 40 points.
5?
5 a point.
Or 10's fine.
All right, let's do $10 a point.
Plus 100. I have zero idea how to play this game. How long is this?
I don't know, 15, 20 minutes probably.
15, 20 minutes. It's a little long for me.
Oh, that is the perfect card for me right there. Yeah.
Not good for you?
No.
And I can see your cards again.
Is there one vacation that sticks out?
Well, probably the one where Matt and his dad got in a really big fight, and Matt said, that's it, I'm buying my own lake house. We ended up buying a house in Lake Havasu after that. Everything was just really special.
We went to Minnesota every summer growing up with his parents. I'm so glad that we had those moments to play cards and go fishing or swimming, because those are obviously some of our best memories as a family. And I think if we had our phones and internet and we didn't really spend that quality time, it wouldn't have made such an impact on us.
EJ was about 2 years old, and they were all down on the dock, and his grandpa would go in and then catch EJ jumping off the dock. And then one time EJ just jumped in and there was no one to catch him. Matt weirdly was right on it and just ran and jumped in and got him.
I mean, weirdly, I'm a hero. See, Isha, I saved you again that time.
Let's get me a good card here.
I don't remember that, by the way.
Shocking. I would always run straight there and fish and just going until they tell me that I had to come in. So it was fun. Both my parents are incredible, and they provided an amazing childhood for us. And I'm so grateful that they did, and I think that they both did an amazing job of being there and being friends as well as parents and trusting, and it was really, really incredible. And I think that my motivation to do what my dad did came from the lifestyle that he provided for me for when I was a kid.
It was never the same day twice. It was always where should we go? Let's take a trip to Hawaii, or never the same thing. Always just doing something crazy, pushing us to our limits and just making us have the most fun possible. I mean, looking back now, I realize I didn't really have like I don't know, it was a normal childhood, but I feel like we did so much more than a typical family.
17,
22.
29,
9.
15, 2. Oh, I'm crushing.
I'm not paying.
Oh, wow, that's good too. Look what I hit. I mean, you could not have pulled a better card there.
Did you do school run every morning then because Casey was working?
Yes.
I think so.
And we took the bus, but sometimes he took us in a limo, which was
In a limo?
a limo, yes.
Whatever his idea was that week, we just kind of went with it. And I think that kind of helped me be more flexible in life, is just because I had to go with the flow growing up. So
I mean, I thought it was cool, but EJ's like, it's embarrassing. I go, how's it embarrassing? Take a limo to school.
Not at all interested in getting dropped off in a limo in first grade. I mean, those kids are mean, and they'll like, you're a little rich kid, and tease me for coming to school in a limo, and there's just no way I was going. But he did make me do that once.
And I never really had a job, like a traditional job, so I volunteered in his classroom a lot. And I would try to inspire them, like I told the kids, all right, if they got it right, I'd give them $1, you know. And I was over there, and the kids are like piling up the cash, and then the teacher says you can't give the kids money, you know. So, but I thought I was a good teacher.
Comments on today's video seem pretty good.
The Regal?
Yeah.
How about?
But it's Saturday and Mr. Beast posted, and you have college football, so it's kind of a difficult day on YouTube. So we'll see how it does.
How's it going so far?
It's too early to tell. It's pretty much a full day thing, whether you're thinking about what we're going to film in the morning, or then actually executing and capturing it, and then editing it, and then brainstorming the titles and everything. There are a few hours a day probably where I switch off and can relax, but pretty much always on, yeah.
Now, if you'd asked me, you know, when EJ was in college, if they would have ever worked together, I would have said no, because I thought they were polar opposites.
Yeah, we call it Sando Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday is generally the worst day.
they talk the same. I see a lot of like EJ, my dad, my uncle, like the Moro male gene, I guess. I just see it so much now, especially as EJ's getting older. It's wild to watch.
And I always say, why don't we just do it 5 days a week? And then he says, no, you have to do it 7 days a week. And then kid's greedy. I got knobs. Oh, beautiful. Winner, book it. Sorry, Annie. Annie, you just cost your brother $320.
It's all right.
I just love taking EJ's money.
Why?
You just have too much.
Too much.
Okay.
Do you have any of that tea you're supposed to drink when you think you're getting sick?
I do.
You've been saying you're getting sick for like 3 days.
Well, that's because I've been drinking the tea and I'm not getting sick.
I see.
If I didn't have this tea, I'd be getting sick.
What happens if Vegas Matt does get sick?
If Vegas Matt gets sick, EJ tells him, "You're not sick," and then I do a video anyway.
Most days we're like 2 or 3 days ahead. So if he's really sick, he'll be able to take a day or two off. I would say I just try to keep him on track because like he is 62, he is retired, he does get to enjoy life. And so sometimes I have to like say, hey, like let's just focus here for another hour and get this done and then goof off because he doesn't need to do anything he doesn't want to do. $5,000 in chips. I'm doing something new. You got it?
I do.
Okay. Make sure you subscribe so you can follow along.
Oh,
Yeah.
allowed to say that today. Okay.
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
$5,000 in chips. We're doing something new. We're gonna go into casino.
You got like a little soft spoken when you said that. Can you speak up? You're not trying to whisper. Go ahead. Yeah.
$5,000 in chips. It is a lot of work, you know. I mean, it's like anything else. You know, it does become work.
I do my best to tell them not to worry about it. You know, remember all the things that you have to be grateful for. You know, sometimes we get caught up in the negative and we forget about how awesome things really are. and how blessed we are.
You know, she always has these annoying things to say, but that's the best thing that you can do. You know, if you focus on problems, you're going to have more of them. You know, focus on what you're grateful for, you're going to have more stuff that you're grateful for. And I'm so grateful. I'm so happy I could eat a banana sideways, you know, 99.9% of the time. But if I were to say that nothing bothers me, that would be a lie. And I do not lie on camera.
He is always pushing me and motivating me to do better. No matter what accomplishments we reach, he'll always point out that there's somebody who has this and like, you got to get to work. And so we always motivate each other to work harder, and he always has wisdom that he shares.
That always makes me mad that people like don't text you back for 3 days and they say, oh, well, I was traveling, or oh, I went to the hospital. And that's a pet peeve of mine, people who don't text back, because you know they got their damn phone.
I won't text people back. I won't respond to emails, and it drives him crazy, but...
Yeah, you're a complete disaster.
Yeah. So no, we're not the same about our phones, I don't think.
I see you sometimes though, you're like on streams and stuff, you're constantly looking at your phone, but you're definitely not as bad as him.
I don't know, like this is, you know, everyone has their faults, and I mean, we could do probably a couple weeks of it on EJ's faults. The thing is just like, he thinks it's okay not to do certain things. And I just don't accept that. Like, we have an event coming up, and there's going to be 1,000 people there, and he doesn't care about events. All he cares about is the YouTube videos and the core audience and whatever. And there's an email thread, and it's like, you know, EJ, you know, do this, and he just doesn't do it. So what's going to happen is
the first mistake is email. I'm not on. I don't email.
Yeah, but anyway, the biggest mistake is going to be, then we're going to show up and there's going to be 1,000 people there.
And it's going to be awesome.
And I'm going to have to get up there and just wing it.
Not even in my opinion. It is a fact that the most important thing is having fun and making incredible videos every day. He, on the other hand, thinks that like what really matters is this event, that we have an incredible PowerPoint for this event when 700 people are going to come. Those 700 people, they're coming, and we're incredibly grateful that we're there. My opinion is, when we're there, we should be present with them, try to have a good time, get to have a conversation with as many as possible. That's what they're there for. They don't really care about a PowerPoint. I just don't think that it matters that much either way. If there was anything really pressing, they would say, hey, we need this. I'm pretty sure they have
sent like 5 emails about it so far.
Like I said with the emails.
Is this for Reno?
Yeah, it's for Reno. Yeah, which we'll get to go see the show together, and you'll see.
You can see the show, and I'll get up there and be like, "Oh yeah, no clips, no nothing." Just
it'll be the
me.
best, and we could say EJ forgot to put the clips in. Everyone will laugh. It'll be great, and people will love it. We can be very blunt with each other, and no one's going to take anything personally, and that goes for the whole crew. I mean, if we have something to say, everyone respects each other's opinions, and we just say it. We don't have to like worry about anyone getting their feelings hurt.
I mean, I think we have a couple areas where we disagree, you know. Usually it's because he wants something that's good for me and I want something that's good for him, but we have a difference of opinion about who gets to decide what's good for each other.
Very, very infrequently we will have a little bit of disagreements and everything, but our relationship is so strong, we both love each other a ton, and working together is a privilege. So it's just cool to see each other, push each other, and get to do this.
Especially behind the camera, the things that may not make it, whether financially or with the music or with the temperature, or somebody, you know, rips a hole in their pants. Like just those, like just that interaction, all of that is captured, and he has that someday to look back on.
His personality and who he is and our relationship we have is captured forever now, which is going to be very, very cool to look back on. And it's incredible to get to work with your family and get along the way we do. Some people hate their parents. Some people don't talk to their parents ever, and so what we have is cool. We live close, we're tight-knit, it's a lot of fun.
We never have a fight where it's like, yeah, well, I hate you and you're a bad son and I'm never talking to you again. You know, like that, we never have it like that. It's just like maybe like a little flare up, like when cats fight and their little backs arch, that happens, and then the hair goes up, but there's no clawing eyes out or anything.
You might just be able to lean into the fact of like, this is what can happen, and this is what just happened to us, and it sucks. Do you know what I'm saying, Robert, though? Just as far
I do.
I feel like maybe use this video as a way of like almost addressing like the haters and the people in the comments who are like, I don't know.
Well, anyway, yeah, that was a bummer.
You want to film the wrap up again? Is what he's saying?
Yeah, but I didn't understand what he said. I'm not annoyed.
Okay.
I watch all the live streams.
And then if money is lost, are you kind of messaging or are you reacting?
No, the only stress I have on that is if they lose and they lose badly, I know he's going to be in a bad mood when they come home.
Now this is the other side of it, and like so sort of play the argument.
Okay, so I'll just do like
also the authenticity part of it.
I'll just talk to the audience.
Exactly.
Because I mean, I was kind of talking to EJ because him and I were having like this subtle fight while we were doing this video.
Well, yeah, you were being extremely annoying. Go ahead.
I wouldn't say extremely.
I mean,
but you were definitely annoying.
But I mean, we could lose less.
I know we
could have lost dramatically less there, and we'd make the same amount of money.
The entire objective is to make entertaining stuff. So if we can't even do that, then we might as well not do it. Also, even though we're losing and it is okay to get annoyed, you can't sabotage it all by getting overly annoyed.
I'm like, oh, great. Now he's going to be in a bad mood. So I get the not fun Matt. You know, everybody else gets the great Matt, and I get the grumpy Matt.
If I gamble it and I lose, I'm pissed. And if I win, I'm stoked. And I think all gamblers can relate to that. I love winning and I hate losing. But really, I just want to have fun. I want to help my kids, help my grandkid out, and just enjoy the ride. Imagine I get paid to gamble every day with my kid. You know, I mean, it's pinch yourself kind of fun. Case, how's it going? Get her reaction when she laughs in the middle of reading this.
Do I have to read it out loud?
No, don't read it out loud, because I stopped reading it, because there's one sentence in there that I didn't read.
Oh, this was from EJ. Okay.
That's from EJ to me.
Oh my God. He is your son, that's for sure.
Oh my God, that's funny. I don't get emotional.
And then there's EJ. What the hell do you have to say for yourself over there?
Somehow he felt that I deserved to be punished. Like, no, you ruined my life.